What does your family, what kind of role does your family play within all that? Was it always a family where you shared all the emotions, or was it more like structures where you suppressed it and tried to?
Well, my mom is a psychologist, and so I think everyone was pretty open with their emotion. And my father also was, one of the things the film's about is challenging these roles of masculinity, what a man is supposed to be. And a lot of it is the old guard handing it off to the new. The gender roles are all moving and changing and shifting.
Because you have very strong women in your movies.
Yeah, I thank you. I try. I aspire to write very strong women. In both films, the men think they're running the show, and women behind the scenes are actually the strong ones calling the shots. And I like that. I like powerful, strong women.
Also in your personal life, then?
Well, it's funny, I think both of these women are both Natalie and Kate's characters are versions of women I dream to meet one day.
Yeah. Dream to meet one day?
Yes.
Or that you have already met?
In Zurich.
In Zurich.
No, they're when you write a movie, you can kind of write your dream woman, someone who has all the aspects and personality traits that you like in a person, not just a woman.
Maybe if you meet Diane Keaton, you can verify that with her if she matches your profile.
I think she's a bit old for me, but you never know.
You never know. Where do you see yourself now as a filmmaking artist? What have you learned during the process in the last couple of years? I mean, it was 10 years. It was almost a decade from Garden State to Wish I Was Here now. What's different?
It's harder and harder to make films because people don't really go to the movies anymore. It's very hard to get people to go to the theater these days. So for filmmakers, it's becoming harder and harder, I think. There's things that balance that out. The gear and the equipment to make a film has become cheaper and more accessible. So maybe in a way, you can sometimes make films for less money. But it's going to be interesting. I think the movie industry is going through what the movie industry is going through what I think the music industry went through this past decade, adjusting to a whole new paradigm where the internet has changed everything, and people are less likely to go to the movie theater, just like they're less likely to go buy an album.
So is that challenging for you then? Have you felt that pressure? I mean, the new technical stuff even allowed you to make that movie because you raised the money on Kickstarter. That's a plus, at least.
Exactly. There's pros and cons, I think so many people go, well, I'll just wait 4 months for it to come out on iTunes. And so the theatrical experience, which is something I quite love and cherish, that shared experiencing a film giant with an audience.
Bit of popcorn.
Yeah, just that experience that we all grew up with is kind of shrinking. People go for the spectacle films, obviously comic book heroes, and they still go for certain types of movies, but less and less for films that aren't about spectacle.
What was the last movie you saw at the cinema?
Wow, that's a good question. It's been so long for me because I've been doing this Broadway show, 8 shows a week. I can't even remember.
Long time ago then.
Now I'm going to obsess about it. It's been a long time because I haven't had a chance to go see anything.
No hard feelings. I'm not going to judge. You're a busy man.
Yeah, well, just until now I've been doing 8 shows a week, so I can't really go to the movies.
Yeah, that's true. I was kind of asking myself...
I'm kind of proving my point, though. I mean, here I am loving movies, and I'm not even going to the movies.
But you're also human.
But I'm busy.
Human being, man.